What is up, y'all? We are back, another paranormal investigation. So today we came back to the cancer treatment hospital. Um,
Place is creepy.
this place is very creepy. So I hope you guys are ready. We're going to start off by walking around. We're going to go towards some of the most, what we think, worthy of a paranormal investigation areas. So we're going to go to the surgery room, and then we're going to make our way to a couple of the other rooms and to see how it works out. So I hope you guys are ready. First things first, we are both going to turn off our cell phones just to make sure it doesn't interfere with the EMF meter. So we're going to go right ahead and do that. So you guys see it. It says slide over. I'm going to slide over. Boom. Clicking. It's off.
Pink screen to T-Mobile.
Okay.
Adios.
All right, so first things first, I'm going to grab the EMF meter out, and we're going to walk our way towards the, I think it's going to be the surgery room first, just in case. I'm not really sure. We kind of think we know where it is. If not, we'll end up in one of the other rooms. But either way, we will make our way to the surgery room, to, I believe, the treatment room, and for chemotherapy, and
Possibly the morgue.
we think it's the morgue. We're not totally sure, but
like a freezer section.
yeah, so we might make our way that way. So got this thing going. We're gonna walk around. There should be no power to the main building here. There are lights around the building on the outside, but I do not think there is any power in this main building. So we're gonna move around quietly and see if we can hear any noises, see if we can pick up anything on this, and then we're gonna get right started with some spirit boxes and some EVPs in those rooms, and we'll see how it goes, guys. So
also, if you want a better idea of the layout of this building, go back and watch our Explorer if you haven't seen that. This building is massive.
So this is part 2.
Yes.
So if you guys have already seen that, you guys know which rooms we're talking about, and we might go down to that area that's I think a sign said it's called Silent Hill. So, and I believe that was all like the dorm rooms of all the patients. So where they pretty much stayed here. If they were really ill, they had to stay here for a long time. Really unfortunate. Sorry, anybody going through cancer right now.
We feel for you.
Please persevere, stay strong, and you'll make it through it. And all right, guys, ready up, y'all. Paranormal investigation of the cancer treatment hospital. So let's go. All right, guys. So we believe this is one of the surgery rooms, or the operating rooms.
It's got the giant circle on the floor where the rotating table would sit.
Yeah.
As well as this is probably where the light came down. Yep.
So, all right. So we were talking in the last video that we think they might have had pictures here to kind of like give the patients maybe like something good to look at, something calming,
Yeah.
you know.
Especially on their way in, because they know that they're about to get.
Yeah, you just got to turn the speaker on.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do first here, guys, he just put the temperature sensor on.
I already said it.
Okay, I'll just hit it again. So this is going to calibrate to the room temperature. So if there's any temperature changes in here, you'll hear it with an ascending tone. If it gets hotter, and it'll turn red if it gets hotter. And if it gets cooler, this will turn blue, start flashing blue, and it'll be a descending tone. So first things first is... let's see. Do you want to do EVPs first?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna leave this here by the doorway and see if anything beeps. So I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna actually leave this right here. That's probably good enough. So I'm gonna leave that right there. So if any temperature changes come through here, this will start beeping. And we're gonna start off. I think we're gonna have some EVPs first. All right. Get away from my device to load up. There we go. All right. If there's any spirits here, can we please have a name? Are you a patient in this cancer treatment hospital? You can speak into the device in my hand, and you can let us know your name and what happened to you. All right, if there's any spirits here, can we please have a name? Are you a patient in this cancer treatment hospital? You can speak into the device in my hand, and you can let us know your name and what happened to you. That was some timing, wasn't it?
Chills, dude. That's wild.
That was some crazy timing.
That's wild.
Let me turn up this light a little bit for you guys. All right, there we go.
That's wild.
All right. Let me know. Yes. Let me know if you guys heard anything. Please, raise the volume up on your stereo, your speakers, or whatever. Your monitors, headphones. Slow the speed down too as well. You can use the settings button, and
Is that you trying to communicate with us right now? Are you coming into the room to check us out? Don't be scared. Come on back.
if you'd like, you can speak to Big Red over here. He's going to talk to you in a second.
Come speak to me, whether through the EVP or through the spirit box in a minute. If you are there, hang out. Don't go anywhere. We'd love to speak with you.
You could also use your energy to light this device up here by just using your energy, focusing on here, and try to light this up for us. All right, man, you ready?
Yeah.
Just might have to wait till it's ready.
If that was you who came into the room, if it is possible, can you walk by the temperature sensor again? Better yet, I know it might take a little amount of energy for you to muster up, and you might be apprehensive. You might be a little apprehensive to come and speak to me. However, this red blinking light in my hand, you can come up to this, you can whisper, you can touch it, you can blow on it, whatever you can do. Please come forward and try and speak to us. And if you are here and you did pass away here, we are very sorry. We are very sorry that you had to go through something like that. I don't wish that upon my worst enemies. I might have scared it away.
Just might have to wait till it's ready.
If that was you who came into the room, if it is possible, can you walk by the temperature sensor again? Better yet, I know it might take a little amount of energy for you to muster up, and you might be apprehensive. You might be a little apprehensive to come and speak to me. However, this red blinking light in my hand, you can come up to this, you can whisper, you can touch it, you can blow on it, whatever you can do. Please come forward and try and speak to us. And if you are here and you did pass away here, we are very sorry. We are very sorry that you had to go through something like that. I don't wish that upon my worst enemies. You know what's crazy is how sensitive that thing is. Because
It
that
is.
was so.
I thought that went off. Yeah,
dude. I was
yeah.
just like, what the hell?
Yeah, it sounded so clear that we
That's
both
wild.
looked at the temp
temp
sensor because
sensor
we
over
thought it
there.
went off, but it was from this.
That's wild. All right, I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna reset the temp again.
Okay.
If you are out here, come on in. Come speak with us, please. We mean you no harm.
You know what? I'll put this over here.
Nice.
Hope that's a good spot. Yeah, is the speaker on?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Should be blinking.
All right.
Blue light there it is. All right.
If there's anybody here, can you please give us a name? If there's anyone here who has passed away, you can speak to us through this device. Just say a name, say whatever you like. I thought I heard a little bit of something. Can you please speak up louder?
I know it might be hard for you, but if you are here, please try and use whatever energy is available between the two of us, any of the devices. Give us a yes, a no, or even a whisper into this spirit box. Are you scared or nervous that we are here right now? And if you are in a different portion of this hospital, can you please come back? Change the temperature sensor, use the EMF detector, or the spirit box to try and communicate with us any way that you can.
I hear like it's something's trying to come through,
Definitely trying. I feel
but
it.
it's very, very faint.
Very
It
faint.
could be nothing.
I'll tell you what, I'm not a big fan of this, but if you can tap into my energy, take whatever energy you can and try and give us a yes, no, or even the slightest little bit of your name. Like I said before, if you did pass away here, we are very sorry that it happened to you.
Try to use all the energy in this room to say your name for us, please.
I feel like something was trying.
I don't know, guys. Maybe not too much in this area here, unless you heard something on the EVPs.
Or whatever it was that came through got a little apprehensive or nervous when it set off the temperature sensor heard the noise and it left. And if that's the case, then we'll try in another spot.
We'll
Maybe
try in
move
another
it over
spot.
there.
So
Hopefully it'll come back to us.
yeah. So the next room is upstairs.
The OR.
I think so, right?
Do you want to try the other operating room with the picture?
Let's make our way up to the other room. Yeah,
Alright.
I think that'd be best.
All right, here, let me hold on to those.
Yeah,
You hold on to this so they can see. I got the.
I'll put that in my pocket.
All right.
All right, guys, we're gonna move to the next
The temp
area.
sensor on though, right?
No, you can just turn it off because you know what?
It'll move,
It's gonna
it'll
vary
change,
with the different. So with the obviously the different floors, since we're on like the first floor, it's gonna be a little bit cooler. As we go up, it's gonna be warmer. So we're gonna have to reset the temperature sensor pretty much in every single room we go to just to get an accurate reading. And also, I mean, look how thick this door is here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm sure you guys saw it in the first video. Okay, so
Yo, no way. Is this a radiation treatment room because of how thick the door is?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
You know?
I'm not sure.
I mean, why would you need a door that thick for an OR room though, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that could have been our room. It could have been, I had no idea.
Yeah,
But either way, it was a room that we feel like we should have
And
tried.
unfortunately, none of these rooms are
This
labeled
also
down
has
here. Yeah.
is that
security?
a security?
I don't know.
That's, I don't know. Okay, let's get rolling.
Oh, you know what it is?
What's that?
Automatic door.
Automatic door, okay.
Yeah. So this room to the left is the other OR,
Okay.
but
All right, let's make our way to, yeah.
up.
Yeah.
All right, so bang a left on this hall. This is the stairs. If you are still apprehensive and curious about us, please follow us throughout this hospital. We would love to communicate with you any way you can.
So, as we walk, I'm gonna try my best to hold the camera really slowly and pan around. Let me know if you guys see any movement, anything like that. Try my best to hold the camera still so you guys can see things.
Also, all the exterior windows are completely boarded, so if you do see something in the window, it might actually be an apparition or a reflection from us. There's no way that it would be anything outside of the building.
There's maybe like a select couple windows that are open though.
Very seldom windows are going to be open. Yes?
Yeah.
Right, after you.
Do you remember which way it was?
I think I might be on the other end of this, but
I feel like we're close because of these
yeah,
curtains.
Yeah.
Is it in here?
Right here. There's one of them. This one doesn't have the table, it just has the lights. Do you want the one with the table?
Yeah, let's go.
It's gonna be down this way.
I mean, this whole floor.
This entire floor is operating, so chair, let's do it.
Where's the table?
Table's gonna be down to the left.
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, there's definitely no
Junction
powers here.
boxes, it's dead. This building is dead with power, so.
All right, here we go.
This temperature sensor on the door here.
Yeah, perfect. And then you'll see he's gonna calibrate it. Side button.
Calibrating.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That's it right there.
all right, guys. So I'm gonna.
EMF.
Yeah. Put that somewhere here. Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna walk into the light. All right. Let's you know what? Let's go quiet for a second. Let's see if we can listen to. All right.
Also, so you folks know, before we started filming the intro down in the lobby, as soon as we entered, we heard what sounded like footsteps continuously, and then as soon as we stopped, it went away, and then he thought he heard someone coughing, and I did hear it as well.
So we were in the main lobby, and there's a good chance that there's a lot of water leaks, that the echoing of the water droplets hitting the ground, maybe hitting some metal, possibly was the noise we heard. But it was a little sketchy when we first got in here.
Because this place is eerily quiet.
It's very quiet,
It's
yeah.
very, very
Yeah.
quiet. So when something happens, it echoes. He
Also-
zipped his backpack, and it sounded like someone was ripping something apart.
Also, as we were entering here through the woods, there was a group of, I don't know, kids or
Most
whoever
likely
they are.
teenagers.
So we weren't sure if there was
People
kind of
still
people still
hanging
hanging around
around.
here. So, all right, let's get right to it.
So much warmer up here.
All right. I wonder what this table was used for. You know, if anyone knows, please put in the comments. I know there were some areas here that were for the administration of chemotherapy. I don't know how they did it back probably in like, what, the 80s or in 90s.
Yeah.
This closed down in 2003, I believe. And I think it was opened in 1926. This is flashing red,
Okay.
so it's getting a little
It's getting
warmer.
A little warmer. You want me to reset it?
No, it should be okay. Because if that starts going blue, then you know.
Oh, you know, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So, okay. Is there anyone here, any spirit or entity, would like to speak to us? Tell us your name, please. Do you know that you are deceased? Are you okay?
Did you hear that?
I'm not sure, man.
Dude, I heard like 3 things out there while you were talking. I'm not even joking. I heard what sounded like someone trying to talk, and then I heard like 2 bangs. Very, very, very lightly.
Let's see what we heard.
Go for it.
Is there anyone here any spirit or entity would like to speak to us, tell us your name, please. Do you know that you are deceased? Are you okay?
I don't know if that picked it up. Maybe the camera picked it up, but I definitely heard something up in the main area out there. So.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have you ask it a couple simple questions, yes or no answers, real quick, and then we'll move to the.
Spirit box.
Yeah.
If there is a spirit here, did you possibly get treatments on this table? If you did, are you in any pain? And if you are in pain, do you know that you can move on and relieve yourself from all the stress, anxiety, and pain that this world has caused you? Do you need help moving on? You heard that cough, right?
I wasn't sure. I heard like a bang, and I could hear it echo.
That
like
was a cough.
I'm not sure, man.
That was a
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe the heat from both of us.
Possibly.
Because
Just moving
because it's going up.
Yeah, moving the air by.
Yeah, we kind of.
Because it wasn't cooler. It didn't get cooler. It just changed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now stand there right there. Don't move again. Let's debunk it. Move that closer to you. No, it's not doing it again.
All right, let's listen to your EVP.
If there is a spirit here, did you possibly get treatments on this table? If you did, are you in any pain? And if you are in pain, do you know that you can move on and relieve yourself from all the stress, anxiety, and pain that this world has caused you? Do you need help moving on? And we haven't heard anything since we both heard that noise out there.
I think the EVP recorder, or just the recorder, I think it picked up some of those like clanky noises.
If you can play it back and listen to it, tell us what you think
Yeah,
it is.
let us know. All right, let's go with the spirit box. If there's anyone here, you'd like to communicate with us, please tell me your name. My name is Chris. Thing's flashing red.
Probably from your hand.
Yeah, probably from my hand. Did you spend time on this table? Are you okay? You can use your energy to speak. Yeah. Use your energy to speak into this device right here.
I'm going to ask a yes or no question. I would like to get a yes from you. Was that you making any of the noise? If there are any spirits here, is there more than one? I hope you know we are here with no malintent. Please try and use whatever energy is available in this room or hospital and try and communicate with us any way that you can.
I mean no disrespect, but please give us an answer. Now, please give us an answer.
Something just touched my face. Something just touched my face.
Pretty dusty in here.
No, it is knocking around me. It might have been sweat, but I'm not sweating from there. It was like someone like poked me in the cheek. Was that you trying to touch me? If so, can you do it to one of us again?
Are you a demon or an entity living here or stuck here in this realm? All right, guys. I don't think really anything too much.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything too much crazy going on, at least in the surgery room downstairs and whatever room this exactly is here. So we're going to move to another part of the hospital. I think maybe the patient's rooms, or maybe what we think is the morgue.
Silent Hill rooms?
The Silent Hill rooms.
And then
So that whole other wing of the hospital, I believe, is where they just kind of kept the patients. You know, they had their own rooms, and you know, because they're here long term, and that's just where they, you know, where they stay their dorms. So
Also, if you do know what this equipment is, let us know in the comments, please. We're very curious. I tried to read any of this and I can't really make it out. It doesn't really have any labels on it, sadly.
yeah, I don't know. All right, well, yeah, let's
Let's take off. We gotta get down again. This is where the cough came from. Yeah, let's go this way, just in case. Because this is, I think, where the cough came from. So I'd be curious to see if there was anything out there. This was here last time.
That was because you rolled that at me. You know what?
Going in here?
Maybe it came from here. Because it looks like, you know, I think this was the chemotherapy treatment room.
Very possible.
Because they had separate beds set up here.
Yeah. And they got these things hanging from the
And they're all numbered. But this is what makes me think that. So, yeah, but you know what? I never even showed you guys these in the last video. So I'm guessing, you know, they just had these up here to give some of the patients something
to look at.
So the reason, like I said, I think this might be the treatment room is because of this table right here. I could be totally wrong. So, but it looks like they maybe strapped your arm in here and maybe put like a IV of some sort, or I really don't know. So please,
if anybody
let us know
experienced with medical equipment, let us know, please.
Yeah. So it looks like obviously you lay here because your legs go in each direction, and then I think your arm gets strapped right in here. So, all right, let's,
It makes me very sad being in this building sometimes, I tell you what.
yeah. Oh, recover.
Recovery?
I see that, you know, I don't know. All right,
Should have some stairs. You want to head back to the stairs we came up, or you want to find new stairs to go down?
what side is the other building at?
That way, I think.
It would be on the opposite side of the main lobby.
Which one's this side?
All right, we'll roll with it. If we get a little lost, nothing really happens, I'll cut this until we get to the next section.
It's also our only second time being in here, so. I mean, usually we know, I know we were going on the lower floors, but.
So the staircase over there.
Yeah. Those are our lights in the reflection of the window all the way at the end of the hall, so don't get too freaked out.
I'm not getting any spikes either.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it out of the corner of my eye, so if it does, I'll pop it up quick.
Stairs right there.
Well, I know where we are.
Oh yeah, we are.
The basement.
Yep.
So that means the morgue, what we think is the morgue, should be right here, right?
I think it's in here. We gotta go in and then down around the corner to the left.
All right, well, you know what? We're going to stop by the morgue.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if it's the morgue.
It's definitely a freezer for a cold pack, but it's not anywhere near where the cafeteria is. So it definitely didn't house any food.
Here's another creepy spot for you guys if you haven't seen the first video. I mean, I suggest,
Watching it.
hopefully, I mean, I know it's a little bit late in this video to tell you, but I would watch that other video so you know all the rooms. I did hear that. Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah.
It might have been my fool. Okay, that's what it was.
I heard that. That was a bang. That was a bang. All right, guys.
You guys heard that? 'Cause I definitely heard that.
I gotta change the battery. I really hope we don't miss anything when I change this battery. I'm gonna try to do it really quick. So once we get into this room here, I'm gonna. Okay, where's the room? I did hear that. Yeah.
What is happening right in here right now?
So it's a tunnel down there. Doesn't go too far. Okay. Before we enter in there, I'm gonna change my battery real quick. So hold on a second, guys.
We'll be right back.
All right, guys, I just changed the battery real quick.
While we were changing batteries, there's been nothing but banging going on above us.
There is some water droplets coming down off the ceiling too. I had one hit me while I was changing the battery, but there were some weird noises down there, and almost sounded like maybe coming from above too. But who knows? I mean, it's an old building falling apart.
It's an old building full of disgustingness and water falling apart. So
yeah. So see, like I said, I don't know if they stored the bodies here, maybe transferred them to a funeral home or a separate morgue, but I mean, this table there had to have been bodies on this table. I mean, what else is it for? That piece of paper looks creepy to the right. Okay, doesn't it look like a face? It has two eyes. Is there anything right on there?
they have room numbers and
Anything you
letters.
can read?
Oh man, this is deteriorating.
It
If
is.
I touch it anymore, it's gonna fall apart. So
Okay.
this is just.
So, like he said before, this is clearly a fridge or a freezer of some sort. It's either fridge or a freezer, I don't know. But I don't think this was used for the cafeteria, because the cafeteria, if you look at the other video, has tons of freezers right behind the kitchen. So there's no way that this was for the cafeteria.
Alright, set 10 cents right here.
Okay. Do you want to put the temp sensor in the freezer?
You want to put it here so in case anything comes.
Yeah, but what if the bodies were in
We
here?
can move it.
Okay.
Try it out here when we do EVP, then move it in there.
Yeah, lean that right up against the speaker there. Okay. Is there anybody here that was kept in this freezer? Are you trapped in here? Can you give us a name? Can you tell us if you are okay? Yes or no? Are you scared? Is there anybody here that was kept in this freezer? Are you trapped in here? Can you give us a name? That's flashing blue when I said freezer.
Yo.
Can you tell us if you are okay? Yes or no? Are you scared?
Yo, that was weird.
Yeah, once it repeated in freezer.
Yeah. Oh. Please don't be afraid. Please come forward and speak to us the best you can. Ooh. Do we make you nervous?
Can you light up the other device that's green?
Touch it.
Can you touch that piece of equipment? other blue light that's flashing is from the speaker.
Right.
Just so you guys know, on the side of the speaker. That's not though.
Is that you touching that the best of your ability? If it is, thank you.
Touch the other device. Or walk through it if you can.
Change that green light to yellow, red, or orange.
Pass through it with all your energy. Use my energy if you need to, or the energy from the devices. Okay.
We're getting, it feels like activity down here, so you want to just do it right there? Dude, I think I hear whispering. Is that you trying to communicate with us? If it is, please come back.
So it's flashing blue. Oh! Did you see that?
Yeah.
Was that from this?
Oh. I know you tried to use your energy to speak to us before, or get our attention. Are you in any pain?
I don't know if I made this jump because I put this down. Yeah, I probably did. See that? Oh, it's still going a little. Look, it's still going, yeah. It's very faint.
It is. Are you on this table?
Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, keep talking.
If you are in this room with us, please come forward and try and speak to us the best you can. Are you afraid of us? You have nothing to fear between the two of us. We come with compassion in our hearts and our souls for you.
I want to try something real quick. I don't know if the vibration from the speaker.
I think it is. It was.
Yeah,
It was.
so the vibration from this, I think, was definitely setting that off. Sorry guys, but we're gonna debunk it if it is, you know?
We
So
don't
let me
take
put this
nothing
back.
around here.
Look, yeah, the vibration.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, I'm going to ask you, give us your name, please. This is your last chance to speak to us. All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, so we're gonna move to the patient's dorm area. If we get a little lost, I might have to cut it, and then we'll see you guys there. And here it is.
Oh, freakiest hallways.
Did you hear that bang?
I did hear that. Footsteps. Shh. Can't help it. It's my feet. I'm trying not to move. Was that a whistle?
There's a lot of water droplets.
Dude, I heard a whistle. I heard a...
I mean, there's so much water droplets.
What would a whistle make?
You're getting this.
Yeah, it's stalactites, the stalagmites, and mush.
Alright, where are the,
You hear the elf? What's the bottom one say? I can't even read it.
I don't know.
Too faded. Click on it.
There's a long hallway. This is it, I think, right here. Yep, this is it.
Yeah. Nice.
All the rooms here.
Yep.
Waiting room, second floor and right. So yeah, so I think this area was the dorm area. I could be wrong. I don't know hospitals, so I mean,
There's no accurate depiction of what this hospital used to look like, so. But you can tell from all the broken rooms that it definitely seems like this was a patient area.
yeah, just a bunch of bedrooms, possibly. I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm gonna guess.
Dude, I could have sworn I heard whistling. I'm not even joking.
All right. Let's set up in here.
In here? I was gonna say, this is a creepy room.
Plus, we got this stool to help us out.
There's nothing to wipe it off with, you know.
It's okay.
So,
Was this a barber shop?
I don't think so.
So the chair?
Might have just been a hired chair. Might have been a receptionist chair.
It's got a strap on it.
Alright. I don't want to put this on the floor because it's all nasty.
Let's just go with the spirit box right away first.
Enough room? Okay.
Yeah. Gotta calibrate the temp sensor. Is there anybody here who'd like to communicate with us? Please speak through this device. Give us your name.
Did I hear you whistle earlier? Was that you whistling? If so, can you whistle into this device in his hand? Can you give me a...
If there's any spirits or entities here, if you do not know you are a spirit, come forward, talk to us. We're speaking to you. If
If you are here, we are very sorry for what has happened to you. I'm very saddened that cancer exists in this world.
If you have any energy, please speak through the device in my hand. Say anything you would like. Whoever is around us, we're talking to you.
We mean you no harm. Is that you standing next to us? It's cold right here.
Pass right through us.
I got goosebumps.
Walk right through us. Now, please. Use your energy and pass through us. It's okay. Nothing will happen to you.
Can you please tell me your name? It's a terrifying sound.
I know.
Whoa. So many things are making noise at once right now.
I know, there's so many water droplets.
That's the sad part.
All right, we're gonna walk back down the Silent Hill hallway. And then I think we're gonna conclude this investigation.
Is that my battery?
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at his battery.
Look at my battery.
Look how crazy that is.
Woohoo! Got stuck to the magnet.
Like that's why you can't
Can't trust
have
them.
other things. You have to have your phone off. You have to have you can't trust anything
Can't
electrical.
fully trust it either. That's the sad part. It's
Yeah.
like you can speculate that it is something, but at the same time, if
Any vibrations
Yeah.
too will kind of set this off. You know what I mean? So this is probably the best, most accurate EMF reader, because the cheaper ones it gets for like $20 on Amazon, they will give you false spikes.
I mean, this thing barely moves
so
unless
I think
something happens to it.
I think I've showed the company before, but this one is certified by them. It's like $60, but you know what? It honestly hasn't moved much at all, if any, since I've done investigations. So I really trust this particular one. So, all right, let's walk down Silent Hill hallway, and then if we hear anything, you know, you'll hear it. I gotta say, this is one of the creepiest hallways.
Let me light it up. I mean, the ceiling's missing. The walls are disgusting.
All right, let's take a good listen, guys, before we conclude this. Watch your head. Ooh,
I know you saw that.
close, bro,
Yeah.
close.
Look, you see the stalactites too.
I know, look at that. All right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna pan the camera slowly. I heard that.
You heard it?
It could be bats.
No, it was that way, dude.
I thought I heard it coming from
No,
here.
it was, I guarantee you it was from that way.
All right, let's listen again. I heard that. It could be.
It sounds
a,
like a... There's a big echo down this hall too, so...
It sounds like a water droplet hitting like something metal.
And then it's like...
Yeah,
And then it makes a really high-pitched noise, and then it just echoes.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a fire alarm that's dying. The
Right,
battery's
like,
dying.
yeah.
That beep. Yeah.
It's really, really high-pitched though, so it might be hard for them to hear, but we are definitely hearing the same thing. And that's what I heard.
But it's consistent, so I think it might be a drip.
I don't, because I heard it that one time, and I didn't hear it when we were walking.
Yeah. I heard it again. Yeah.
It's like...
It is. It sounds like
It's really high-pitched.
like a fire alarm
Yeah.
beeping, or it's very high pitched.
Very high-pitched, yeah. It's on either side.
It's so hard to tell with the echoes.
That
There's
that's
again.
it's
I
on,
heard
dude.
that,
I
yeah.
swear, dude. It's not.
That's
It's
so
not a
weird.
drip, dude. It's coming from both angles. Is that you trying to mimic us?
I really hope the camera, the microphone could pick that up, because I thought, I didn't hear what you heard the first time coming down here,
No, it hears it.
but it does sound like when a fire alarm is like dying. I don't know if you ever hear, like, every now and then it gives that beep, and if you're kind of far away from it, it's kind of high pitched and really quick. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it's spirit activity. It could be something. I don't know. I really don't know, but I hear it.
Freaky.
It is freaky. Yeah.
Freaky.
There,
It
it
was,
repeated
dude.
it. Yes.
It was all right. It was to your right this time.
I don't know. I can't tell.
I
It could be behind me.
know. It's just so strange with this, the amount of echo in this specific hallway.
I heard it in here.
I keep hearing it down here. Let's go in this way then. Yeah, come in this way. This is an empty room now.
Yeah, it's empty. Maybe it's coming through the vents. I can't tell where it's coming from.
It's on either side of this main hallway now, so I have no idea what direction it really is coming from.
Maybe it's a droplet hitting a puddle of water,
And it's
and it's just
making a crazy
weird noise
yeah.
because of the echoes.
It is freaky.
It is freaky.
Because that's what I heard. That's what I thought was whistling at first. Because I heard it at just the tail end of it when we first started walking up the hall.
Yeah, I didn't hear it at first. All right, guys, we can't spend too much more time here, so I'm gonna have to say we didn't get really too much activity here.
Sadly.
I'm gonna say that this place is probably not haunted, But then again, we haven't gone over the EVPs. I'm just getting dripped on. I haven't gone over the EVPs. I'm gonna have you guys, just throw down in the comments. Let us know if you hear anything, if you saw anything. Do your thing. Let us know. I'll try my best to see if I can isolate anything, but I miss things. So, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching, and until
new viewers,
the
old viewers, new subs, old subs. Thank you guys very much. Thanks for watching. Appreciate
Thank you guys
very much, honestly.
So, all right, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this paranormal investigation of the Cancer Treatment Hospital, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure. Thank you very much. We are out of here.
Peace.